Hi, I'm Reggie Dason. This is my final reflection of Sport Management 2P65 Introduction to Sport Marketing. For my overall learning, I would like to highlight 3 topics that stuck out most to me and were just most important to me. The first topic is retail, so all that supply chain management and store layout and all that stuff kind of was important to me. Also, the 4 core P's of marketing, which are kind of like the pillars, which are, I guess, pretty important to marketing. And then the final part will be digital marketing, which is becoming more of a rising thing, and it really drew to me because I'm very interested in website design and all that stuff and making videos for promotion, and it is becoming more of a rising popularity. There's just more need for it in the sport marketing area because of how popular social medias are to use now and how many fans you can just bring in from social media. So the first idea I'd like to go into is the whole retail idea. So there are like 3 pillars in retail. The first one being product or merchandise, employee interactions, and physical storefront. Those 3 are what make up a store. And without those 3, you couldn't have a store. It wouldn't really work. And I just thought this was important because these are like the core ideas of how you assemble a store, and you really need these to have a store. And the second idea I'm going to go into are the different types of stores. So there are many different types of stores, and depending on what you sell or how you're positioned, your company, that's how you would want to select your store. How would you want to sell? Sorry. And then, so say you're selling like chips or like pop. That's more of like a convenience store. You wouldn't want to like sell that in a department store, right? Because it's very simple things. And same as a specialty store, you wouldn't sell that there. But if you're selling like baseball bats especially, then you would be a specialty store. So these categories are important to class each store, and it makes it more welcoming for people, and it's important when creating a store. And I think it's important because it would kind of not work if you were a specialty store and it was laid out like a convenience store and you wanted to put the specialty store everywhere, right? Like, you couldn't really do that just because it's a specialty store. So picking your category is very important. So the next topic, digital marketing, is the kind of new rising thing because social media, yet is not very new, is still pretty new in the whole sport marketing scene. So with that kind of newness, the size of digital marketing teams are beginning to grow and grow every year, and then the importance of it just continues to keep growing. So there's a method in digital marketing called the RIP method, and it's a way of positioning digital marketing, or positioning your posts, sorry. There are 3 parts to this RIP method. R meaning reporting, I meaning informing, and P meaning promoting. Each of these 3 parts should be intertwined when a team will be posting something. So say you're posting a score, it's more of reporting, yet there's still information and you're still promoting a team. Depending on what you want to post, like say you're having a jersey sale, then the promotion aspect would come out more compared to the reporting and the promoting. Yet there's still a bit of reporting by saying that there's a jersey sale, and then there's informing too, raising awareness about the sale. There are also 7 elements to consider. The elements are sharing, networking, identity, presence, reputation, conversation, and community. Each are very important when considering digital marketing because sharing is key when trying to grow the social media account to reach more people. Networking is also important because you want to associate with other networks that are positive to your brand to make yourself look in a better light. And then the other points are also very important, and depending on how you want to position your brand, you will want to use those 7 elements stronger than the other 7 elements, yet they're all kind of in there. For my final part of my overall learning, I'm going to go over the 4 core P's that everyone in sport marketing agree upon. The 4 P's are product, price, place, and promotion. These are the core parts to marketing because without a product, you couldn't really market anything, or without any of them, you couldn't really do your job. And each play a key part. So product is the product or service that you're selling, and it is important to the price because you don't want to price it too high or too low, and then people might not want to buy it because it's priced too high. And then promotion is also important because that works with the product in a way that you want to promote it so that it plays to the strengths of the product rather than promoting it in a different way that really doesn't kind of fit with the product. And then finally, place, which is where the product will be sold. And so you want to pick places where it would be the right place to buy this product. Like, you wouldn't want to put a jersey in a convenience store, right? You would put that at a sports store. So yeah. For this part, I will be talking about the challenges and the improvements that could be made to make this course better when it's delivered. So the first thing I'm talking about is the flow of information during the lecture. So when you're presenting, maybe it felt like that the information would be good, the flow at the start, bringing up an idea, then explaining it. Yet near to the end, I found that it was more information kept on getting thrown at us at a quicker pace and quicker. And by the end of the lecture, I couldn't really keep up. So just by keeping the same pace might be better. And then the second critique I would have is that maybe the length of the videos are quite long. I know you can pause it and stuff, but they're quite long to sit through still. And by just sectioning them off into ideas or smaller videos that you can just watch quicker and then write a bunch of stuff and then watch another one, might be easier just for me to digest the information, or for other people too. So the idea that kind of stuck out most to me was retail, and I'm just going to highlight some things that stuck out most to me in the retail section. So store layouts, that was really interesting because it talked about how you can lay out your store in different ways to make it more welcoming, or how display other types of ideas. And the other part, supply chain too, that was pretty interesting, how some products were made for specific regions and how many people the products went through just to get to the final step of selling it. And another part, customer psychology, was also interesting because how you place the product, where you place it, eye level is very important, and just all that stuff too. And finally, pricing also stuck out to me because you don't want to price it too high, too low, or else it could be positioned differently. And depending on the product positioning, that's the price you would want.